All right, everybody, have a seat because we have got to talk, and I mean talk big time. I spent a little time here trying to compose myself before this lovely video, but let's see how that plays out on this Tuesday, October 2nd, 2018 post-market wrap-up. Okay, take a deep breath with me. Ready? Blow it out nice and slow. Let's talk about this day, because this day, well, let's try to put a perspective on what's going on, what happened today. Because I think most people, well, not you, I hope not you, missed a lot. Let's talk about that. So, what happened? The Dow Jones Industrial Average closed at a new record high. I know for a fact that you are not surprised at all about this. Why? Because I've been explaining to you since like forever. The stocks will continue higher until they don't, until we hit that wall. But I would be willing to bet that right now, if you were to turn on the Confederacy of freaking dunces right now, you're going to see a few things. You're going to witness cartwheels, backflips, almost like this, some kind of a miracle happened. They can't get over the fact that the Dow Jones Industrial Average just closed at a new record high, and they don't want you to think about anything else. But what they will not tell you is, although the Dow Jones Industrial Average did close at a new record high, the S&P 500 finished in the negative. The NASDAQ finished in the negative. The Russell 2000, the small cap stocks, the ones that are based here in our country, which is supposed to be as good as it gets and our economy is booming, got slaughtered with a more than a 1% loss across the board. No. Only focus on the Dow Jones Industrial Average. 30 companies. Don't look at the thousands of other ones. Just these 30. Look here. Do not look here. It's ridiculous, people. I'm telling you, if you get a moment today, call CNBC, especially CNBC, and just ask them, what the hell is going on? What's wrong with them? They must, be on some hardcore stuff over there, honestly. Let's talk about a couple of other things here. See how calm I'm staying? It's pretty good, right? Well, today, yet again, we had a rally in the bond market and obviously a rally in the Dow Jones Industrial Average, which hit a record high. Well, let's talk about that a little bit. So, a large effort went into buying up those bonds, keeping them propped up. That's the only reason why. The only reason why the Dow Jones Industrial Average closed at a new record high. It is also the only reason why the other indices did not close markedly lower. That's the truth. It's being rigged right in front of our faces. You want to talk about rigging in front of our faces? How about this one? The Bank of Nova Scotia, yet another bank, it seems like every few months now, got caught red-handed rigging the gold and silver markets. Again, this is a recurring theme. Let me ask you, how many of you know how many people were actually brought up on criminal charges? I mean, it's probably no less than 5 banks in the last year that have been caught rigging the gold and silver markets. Well, let me clue you in. Not one person, not one person, not one bank has been brought up on any kind of criminal charges being caught rigging the gold and silver markets. It's incredible, isn't it? Yep. But that's the way it is. Again, this entire market is a crime scene. Actually, it's even worse than a crime scene, and I'll tell you why. Our markets here in the United States, there is no difference between our market today and a managed market in a communist country. That's what we have here. There is no resemblance of anything free. It's rigged one way or the other. Let's talk about even more rigging. The Federal Reserve, how many of you out here were unlucky enough to catch Fed Chair Powell today talking about the Federal Reserve's toolbox? He was being interviewed by someone, I don't know, probably with not even one functioning brain cell, reading a script, I would imagine. Well, the issue is, he's talking about the Fed's toolbox, how the Fed is always, they're caught up thinking about how they can adjust their toolbox. Let me clue you in a little bit here. What do we know about the Federal Reserve? The Federal Reserve, and I'm not making this up, this is all the world's central banks, have one product, and one product only. That product is debt, period. Their entire toolbox exists with the ability to rig the debt market via interest rate manipulation. This has been going on since the crash of 2008, artificially keeping rates suppressed, forcing cash into the stock market. It's incredible. That's it. But they want you to believe. Look, Powell thinks that you are so stupid that you actually believe that they have all of these tools that they use with a surgical precision. One tool, debt, and how they can rig it and manipulate it. That's it. It's unfreaking believable. Look, today was unbelievable, and it was one for the record books, because what we've witnessed here today, again, it's a crime. It's a crime in progress. I'm actually speechless here, people. I don't know another way to put it, but that doesn't mean that we can't capitalize on this. Look, I'm sitting here bitching about this market. I made money today, and you all know that. I posted and they're still there, all of my positions, credit spreads on my website, traderschoice.net. Go have a look. Link in the description of this video. I'm making money here today. I did well. I tried to add 3 new positions today. Verizon, Qualcomm, and United Health. I put in nice limit orders, as I always do, and they did not trigger. I never, and I know you don't either if you're a trader, buy or sell anything onto this market using a market order. Let me cover that real quick. So gold and silver put on nice gains today, despite the dollar getting stronger. Okay. What we can probably expect to happen tomorrow, the next day, is a large amount of paper derivatives. They don't exist. They're not on the elemental chart, being dumped onto the market using a market order. This pushes the price of gold or silver down. Now, again, when you see that happen, understand, no trader, no institution is going to sell a large amount of any asset whatsoever onto the market using a market order unless they're looking to be raped. You understand? When someone dumps anything onto the market using a market order, you're literally saying, I'm willing to take anything for this asset because I want to get rid of it now. And we see this repeated over and over and over again with regard to the paper derivative market. So, I mean, I'm not saying this is going to happen for a fact, but if and when it does, I mean, I've caught snapshots of this and I posted it on my social networks. But that's how they do it. That's how they manage to smack down the price of gold and silver, by dumping large orders of paper gold or silver, it's not real, onto the market using a market order. There is no aspect of this market whatsoever that is real today. It's managed just like a communist country. But again, this is our strength, people. You know what to do. I could not possibly make this easier for you to understand these markets, to capitalize on these markets, to look at the charade that's going on. I mean, look at the charade right now. Look at the Dow Jones Industrial Average. 30 companies. That's it. Ignore the thousands of other companies. S&P 500, NASDAQ, the entire Russell 2000. Just don't look there at all. Just focus, because they all finished in the negative except for the Dow. The entire financial sector finished negative today. Look here, don't look here. Nobody gets in trouble. Another bank caught red-handed rigging the gold and silver markets. Nobody goes to jail. How is this allowed to continue to go on here? Why doesn't our lovely president do something about it? Except brag every time that the stock market hits a new record high. Why doesn't our president explain to you that he has outspent President Obama already in the same amount of time by a large margin? Why doesn't he explain to you that money is not moving through our economy, and we cannot have an economic boom without cash moving through our economy? I'm referring to the money velocity. Why doesn't he explain to you that our labor force participation rate still remains near a historic low, not even near normal? It's unbelievable, people. It's seriously so freaking twisted. Anyway, with that said, please share this video. Get it out there. Let more people hear what's going on. And I hope you're watching this on my website. Start to get used to doing that, watching the videos on my website, because I can promise you, I will only be posting there at one point in the future. Don't know when, so start getting used to it if you enjoy my work. Anyway, with that said, I'm going to let you go. Like I said, see you in the morning. That's it. Out.